Hello there, everyone. The Andrada here, and welcome back to episode 9 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we have a lot going on. We're going into the Nether, visiting another fortress, a bastion. We're creating hyperboxes. We're getting into Project E. We're getting power upgraded. Like, we got a lot to do, so let's dive on in because it's going to take us a minute. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful night here in the world of the Andrada in All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Anyway, today, well, we have a lot of things that I want to get done, a lot of progress that we want to make, not a lot of time to do it, so we need to dive right on into it immediately. But we're going to get into the Nether, we're going to get Blaze, we're going to be working on a little bit of Project E, we're going to be doing some, just a whole bunch of stuff that we want to get done before I wrap up the episode. So, let's get right into it. So, first things that we want to do is, well, go into the Nether and get ourselves the blaze rod that we are going to need in order to be able to do the rest of the stuff that we want to do. Mainly is getting into these ender cells and the blazing generators and stuff. I want to get one blaze rod to start with. That way I can make myself some fire resist potions, and then it will make getting more of them much easier. However, I do have a plan for getting more blaze rods very quickly, and a ton of them in a way that is pretty nifty, utilizing these gate pearls from the Gateways to Eternity mod. Gate pearls, they open up essentially a gate to a nether world, or whatever you want to say, where you have waves of enemies that you have to fight. Each wave, or at least the first wave, is 3 blazes, and then you get 10 blaze loot rolls. Every time you go up, the enemies get more challenging, and more challenging, but you get more and more blaze loot rolls, and then at the end you get 75 blaze loot rolls. So tons of blaze rods that we'll be able to get from this, and it's really not too expensive. It just costs 5 blaze rods and an ender pearl and some nether bricks, all of which we have the ability to get. So I want to do that. However, I want to be able to do that inside of a hyperbox. Hyperboxes are the compact machines of 1.20. I don't know if compact machines is just not updated, and so hyperbox is taking its place as of now, but I want to get into hyperbox. In order to do that, we have to get crying obsidian, and in version 1.0.4, I believe it was, there was a recipe added to create crying obsidian by using a spout with witch water and obsidian. So you'll see in my backpack, I have a spout and a depot so we can handle that. Spout was pretty easy. Copper casing, which is just copper ingot offhand, stripped log and right hand, right click. And then kelp is just smelting up some kelp. So anyway, I'd like to go get all of this stuff done. I am fairly decently protected. My sword, on the other hand, is not what I would want it to be at the moment. So I want to get that taken care of first. So we're going to dive into Project E to get things going, and then we'll hop into the Nether. Before we begin, though, I do want to give a shout out to Santo Fantasy for reminding me that the repair talisman exists from Project E, which repairs the items that we have in our inventory, which is fantastic. And since we're diving into Project E, we're going to go ahead and craft ourselves one of those bad boys. So with Project E, I have gone ahead and made some of the requisite materials that we are going to need to dive into this mod, as well as some extras so we can do some crafting with it. You supposed to go there. So Project E is a mod, like I said, at the beginning of the series, it is very, oh, by the way, Skyblock is actually correct now, so is Forcecraft. I had to take my save, download a new version of the mod pack, copy my save over along with as much settings as I could, though most of them got reset, in order to get this stuff to work. Updating it in place with GD Launcher, which if you're using GD Launcher, it was my favorite mod, or my favorite launcher that existed prior. It went through a rework, now partner with CurseForge kind of thing. Still works great. Updating mod packs ain't working. So, new instances required. That's what I did to get all this to work. Anyway, Project E is a mod that is very controversial. It can be extremely super powerful in the stuff that it's able to get you, because it basically it's based off of alchemy and transmutation. If you watch Full Metal Alchemist or anything like that, very similar, where the law of equivalent exchange, but where you can transmute items from one to another in a unmodified Project E mod pack and everything, it's absolutely broken. You can turn cobble into netherite and like a lot of things. It has been nerfed in this mod pack, so it's not as broken and OP. It just provides a lot of handiness in this pack, which is great. But anyway, so we start over here by getting ourselves our covalence dusts. Covalence dusts are dusts that have high EMC values, and they're not terribly too expensive. So like this was just charcoal and some cobblestone, and that gets you 40 covalence dust. That entire stack is worth 40 EMC. For the high covalence dust, each one of those is worth 208, and that's a diamond and a coal. And then the medium is a iron and a redstone, and that gets you 5 per. So fairly cheap to craft these, and they get you a lot of EMC. What we are working on getting currently right now is going to be phantom membranes. I need more phantom membranes, and you're going to notice these have EMC. Each phantom membrane is going to cost us 2,048 EMC to craft. It requires a lot of materials. This entire stack is 8,320. If you remember that wandering trader that we had, he needs 32 phantom membranes, which is why I have a bunch of this high covalence dust here, so that way we can get enough to get these phantom membranes. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this repair talisman going because it sounds pretty awesome. It repairs the items that are in my inventory, repairs 1 durability every 1 second, just automatically repairing my tools. Like, you can't complain. You can't beat that. My tool's automatically repaired. I believe it does not repair everything. So there's some things like, nope, that's repairing itself too. Some things won't repair, but a good chunk of things will. So take that as you will. That's extremely overpowered. That's what Project E is. But my major goal here is to get myself into the energy condenser. The energy condenser is crafted like so, and it requires me to make an alchemical chest. An alchemical chest is a pretty cool block. Let me open it up in my inventory. Just requires me to make a chest here. Any sort of chest will do. And we get an alchemical chest. And the alchemical chest is pretty darn cool. It's just a very large chest. It looks like it's like 4 chests maybe. And it doesn't cost terribly too much. That gives you 10 chests to work with. An alchemical bag is like a portable chest, so you can store, kind of like our backpack. But our goal is to get to this energy condenser. That's where we're headed right now. So we're going to take this alchemical chest. We're going to pop it into our inventory along with these chests. And we're going to make ourselves the energy condenser. The energy condenser is going to be our first major block in Project E that's going to allow us to transmute items. It transforms items from one to another. We're going to take items, we're going to put them in one slot, put the things that we're going to burn up in the other slot, and bada bing, bada boom, magic happens, alchemy. The Elric brothers come and they transfer this stuff over for us. Pretty cool. So take your energy condenser, looks like a chest, but very fancy. Turn off my jetpack. Go inside of here and we're going to say, okay, hey, I want phantom membranes. Okay, phantom membranes, they cost 2,048. You have this little bar here. As this bar fills up, once it hits the end, ding, you'll get a phantom membrane. So what we can do is take our items that have EMC. It has to have EMC. So for example, if I put my compressed stone hammer, nothing's going to happen. I actually can't even put it in here. But I take something that has EMC, like my high covalence dust, you're going to see it fills up the bar and we get phantom membranes, and we get 6 of them. So for each stack of high covalence dust, we end up getting 6 phantom membranes, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, cobble is an easy way to get EMC. Each cobble has 1 EMC. What do we have? A cobble generator. What makes it very easy to get EMC? Yeah, pretty handy, right? So there's a lot of things that have EMC. If you go into your JEI, and I believe if you type hashtag EMC, you'll see all of the things that have EMC that you are able to transmute. And it's not very much. It's only 1 page. Most of it is building materials, concretes and stuff, which is probably the handiest part for this is concretes because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You just have to make 1 concrete and then you can duplicate it because concrete's a pain. You know, you got to get it wet and everything like that. Clay is in here. Ender pearls is in here, but they're kind of expensive. Plus we can sieve ender pearls. Blaze rods are in here, but we have to get 1 first in order to make extras. Gas tiers, phantom membranes, things like that. Vulcanite's necklace. Fire a lava projectile, acts as a full lava bucket. All operations cost EMC. There is a talisman that you're able to wear that holds EMC. And yeah, I mean, basically, that's kind of sort of it, other than the blocks that come from this. So it's not like it's ridiculously overpowered because we don't have a lot of things that weaken EMC in this particular mod pack, right? Which is great. It makes things a little bit more balanced and everything. It's mainly for building, it looks like, is what all the EMC stuff. But anyway, we now have those phantom membranes, so I need to actually pull those back out. As long as we keep one on hand, we'll be able to duplicate them again. But we have the phantom membranes. We need to get some emeralds. I did go ahead and do a little bit of sieving in between, but not terribly too much. Well, we have those. Go ahead and grab our wandering trader here. I think it was this guy who carried my eternal vigilance. Oh, diamonds. So sorry. Ooh, hopefully I have enough diamonds. Yes, it's not this mod pack. I have struggled with diamonds. It's the Uncharted Expeditions. So now we have the Eternal Vigilance. Ridiculously overpowered sword. I like it. I love it. What is rooted dirt? No idea. But now we can just go ahead and take him out in 2 hits, which is great. Throw those away, and my yoinker can go away. Now, the other thing, this was the axe, wasn't it? The ridiculously crazy axe. I didn't necessarily need that. So we'll hold off on that for now. Okay, cool. So we took care of a bit of our inventory problems. So you're going to notice my portal is gone. I actually went into the nether and found the nether fortress, and I actually ran into a bastion. I did not do anything in them as of yet. I just found them. See, this is, oh, it's still repairing. It's just not flickering. Oh, probably because I don't have it in my hand. But anyway, so we have a bastion. We have a nether fortress. Nether fortress is where we are wanting to go at the moment. Let's go ahead and take out that slime. Let's check out the loot and see what we got inside of this. Ability totems are nice. Nether banana, netherwood sapling, some compressed iron is cool. Compressed stone, compressed iron leggings. A poison Ars Nouveau tablet. That's kind of cool. Blaze gold. This has 699 experience stored into it. We can't get saddles. Yeah, let's just eat this. Are you gonna do it? There we go. We just gained 3 levels of knowledge of death, which is kind of cool. Okay, knowledge of death is cool. Corrail tombstones. You get perks where you can get certain things, or like you can make potions last longer. You can get more damage and take less damage. The more you kill things, your alignment heads towards, more evil and stuff. I'll get the potion one since we're working on getting ourselves potions of fire resist. There are a lot of chests here, and I would love to explore all of them. But I have goals, and we have things that we need to do. I'm just looking to see if maybe there's a fire resist one. No. I hear blazes. Hey, there you are. Well, I got blaze rods and almost died from the fire. Okay, so we got the blaze rod that we were looking for. I'm going to assume. I mean, we have looting 10 on here, so there should be no reason we did not get the blaze rod. Haste, we'll take that. That'll speed us up. Eat that, please. Thank you. Now we go faster. That stuff can go away. And we got our blaze rod. Okay, so cool. So now with our blaze rod, we can go ahead and make our potions of fire resist. So we need to get ourselves a brewing stand. We need to get ourselves some blaze powder. And I know I just made these in my other series, but that is netherwort, magma cream, and then I'm going to want some redstone. So I think I have some netherwort, yes. And then magma. And then I need bottles. Can I just craft bottles of water? No. Okay. So let me get, excuse me? No recipe for bottles? That doesn't seem right. Let me get some glass. I only have 1 glass. Okay, let's get some sand. I did upgrade my furnace over here to emerald, by the way. By doing so, when I upgraded it to emerald, oh, that's sandstone. That's not what I want. Upgrading it to, I don't have any sand available to me. Really? Anyway, upgrading it to emerald and then putting that factory augment in there. It works very well. Why did I put the sand away? It works very well. However, the problem that I run into is that it works too well. It's way too fast. If I have the factory augment, which I think is in here, it adds on a bunch of slots, like 9 slots, but then it uses 9 times as much power, which I can't handle. So I had to set up a wireless heat transmitter and a wireless heat receiver. Not terribly too difficult nor expensive, but basically the power goes into this now and then transfers to this slot, which fuels the furnace automatically. Yeah, that's how that is. Get some bottles. We need some water, so let's pop on over to our sink. And I'm going to get these potions brewed up. All right. There we go. So let's go ahead and pop back into the Nether Fortress. Drink up our nice, lovely potion here. Now, we're not going to take any damage from these guys. Let's take out a few of these wither skeletons. We are going to get into loot fabricating with... what's the name of that mod? The neural networks. But let's just go ahead and take a few of these guys out. End up getting a skull? No? Maybe? No. Anyway, our goal here is the blazes. Now you're going to see there's a lot of enemies all around here. But now blazes aren't going to really do anything to us since we ate that fire resist. But I just want to get enough to be able to craft a few of those things. This guy's got an ability totem. But the apotheosis boss is probably going to hit pretty hard, so I kind of sort of don't want to deal with him. Not that my armor is not able to handle it, but I also don't have the best when it comes to all of my armor. So I kind of sort of don't want to go in there. I want to check out these other chests here really quick because there were a couple that were around this corner and I didn't get a chance to fully look at all of these. Let's check out this chest. This has a lot of crit damage. That's an apotheosis. Thank you. And yeah, drink me token, sure. We don't have, we haven't gotten any Wildens yet, so I'll take it. I do want to go explore that bastion since we did find it. Just looking for any chests. I'll loot one more chest if I can find one, but I can't. So we'll just chill. We got 7 blaze rods. I'm gonna take it, and we're gonna go ahead over to that bastion. I'd like to maybe get lucky and find crying obsidian here if we can. Otherwise, we'll craft it. It shouldn't be terribly too difficult. But since we can fly, it makes exploring this a little easier. Now, these guys aren't going to be happy with us, but if we can find any of the chests, that would be swell. Do we have a chest in here? Yeah, they already aren't happy. Granted, I'm not wearing any gold, so of course they're not going to be happy with me. Any chests around here? Where's the chest? There's a chest. Sorry, he was going to give me an ability totem. Okay. Crying obsidian. No. A diamond shovel doesn't help me. Gear. Meh. Sharing stuff. Nah. Okay. I like looting things. I like exploring, but we don't have the time today. So I'm going to have to just look around here. Anything cool? No. These guys have terrible loot, okay? Y'all ain't got no chests anywhere. I'm sure there are some. I'm just going very fast, so I'm probably just not seeing it. But, okay. All right, let's go ahead and head back home and do the things that we are here to do. Because we got a lot, like I said. We got work to do. Speed 1. We definitely will take speed 1, though. Let's go even faster. Bam. Okay, cool. Potions of fire resist can go away. The golden sword, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away. Everything goes away. There we go. Okay, cool. So my next major goal is to get myself into the hyperbox, because I want to use this gate pearl in the hyperbox. I need to get nether bricks. Remind me, nether bricks, how can I make those out of some netherrack? Yeah. Can I make that out of smelting up netherrack? Yep, 4 of them. But I need more than 4. Actually, I need 16, so we'll just do the whole thing. I have netherrack over there. It's not that big a deal. The gate pearl is what we want to craft, but in order to do so, we need our crying obsidian. So let's go ahead and set up our spout in our depot and grab a bucket. And luckily, we have run out of sand over here, so our witch water is ready to go for us. Now, thinking about this, I actually having a bucket of witch water is not going to help me because I have to put it somewhere, or it has to be able to get into the spout. And the only way to get into the spout is to feed it in. You cannot bucket into a spout. So let's do this. And then let's go ahead and connect up to, let's not do that though. And there, that should fill up with witch water. Good. Then we take our obsidian, place it on there, and we should get that filled up. Good. And we have crying obsidian. Nice. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Pretty simple. And if we need more, now we know how to get it. Okay, crying obsidian, spout, depot can go away. You can go into my backpack. Let me remember that the create wrench is there so that it doesn't forget. I don't like the particle effects, but hey, it's all happening. Crying obsidian, taken care of. Next, hyperbox. Bada bing, bada boom, we got a hyperbox. And like I said, hyperboxes are the compact machines of this mod pack. Let's grab our nether bricks and then go ahead and turn those into bricks. Put that in there, put that in there. Grab the ender pearl gateway, or the gate pearl for blaze gateway, something like that. And there's that. Before we begin, I do want to go ahead, just in case I have 26 levels of experience and I don't want to lose those. Oh, that requires lime glass. I need lime dye. I want to go ahead and, oh, it also requires black concrete. Okay, so maybe I'm not going to do this. I thought that was obsidian, but no, that's black concrete. I can make that, and actually if I put this, it's raining, is that going to turn into... There we go. All right, now we got concrete. Remember, we can duplicate concrete now that we have it. Anyway, I want to do this because I don't want to lose the experience we have. In order to get a bottle of enchanting, we just have to do a little bit with Forcecraft, which is really not much at all. Pretty simple to get this force rod. It does require a force stick, or I can use this recipe. Force nugget, and then force this. This only has 2 durability, but it doesn't matter. Durability doesn't matter for this. I can just do this. And tombstone soulbound, that sounds good. Then we should be able to get lime glass. So I just need lime dye. That should be easy. I just need to get some of the cactus. Do I have any green dye? I do. I think I made it in anticipation of this. White dye. That's lime dye. And then I need glass. I do need more glass then, don't I? Yeah, I need more sand. Figures I would be out of sand again. Can smooth sandstone be converted down into sand? I bet you it can be pulverized, can't it? I have so much of this stuff. Like I don't. Yeah, you can be pulverized into sand. I did upgrade my pulverizer to have a hardened integral component. It was just some Invar, which we had made Invar before, so it's not like anything crazy. Excuse my voice there for a second. We can go ahead and throw this in there too. I just need to get enough sand to be able to surround this, so we need 8. Gimme, gimme. Thank you. And now we have lime glass. That should work, right? Then we should be able to do this. And we get an experience crystal. The experience crystal is cool because it allows me to store my experience inside of it. So that way I don't have to worry about, if I die, losing all those levels. They're all inside of there for me now. Okay, so that's that. Hyperbox. Let's get this guy set up. Pop him down here. Hyperbox is cool. Oh, go into it. I'm going to call this the arena because we're probably going to use this for more gateway pearls in the future. So we'll just call it the arena and we'll pop into it. And inside of here is bedrock. Ooh, that bedrock looks weird. It's got like a greenish texture to it. I don't know if I like that. But anyway, yeah, it's a, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 by 13 box that you can build stuff in and do the thing. Right click on these, you get out, right click, you go back on in. But it's bedrock, so it won't get destroyed. which means if we go ahead and utilize our gateway pearl here, we won't damage anything in our base. And we just have blazes that are going to spawn in. Now, all these blazes look like they have ability totems too. Is that a thing? Did they spawn? They spawned on the outside of the bedrock. Are you kidding? Okay, that's a problem. I'm going to have to... I only have 22 seconds to do this. All right. Well, we're going to end up having it. We're probably going to have to fail then. And then spawn it in the middle. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and make another one. Do I have the blaze rods for it? Yeah, I should. Okay, let's make another gateway pearl. And let's do it in the middle this time, not the end. Ah, man, I need more nether bricks, which means I'm going to have to go get some netherrack. I'll be back when I have this done. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going to use the gate pearl. Let's do this. Let's put a piece of dirt here, then use the pearl here. And then hopefully now this should be enough room for them to all spawn. And then they won't go into the middle. No, they still spawned on the outside. Are you kidding? Yeah, they're spawning on the outside. Okay, so, and that was all my blaze rods. You know what? We're going to have to, man, we need to break this bedrock. Pause this. The time won't pause. Okay. Do you think I can be fast enough to go into creative mode, break the bedrock so I can get out? Or should I'm just going to end up having to do this in my base, aren't I? I just didn't want it to destroy anything. I'm going to have to go get more blaze rods now because I just used all my blaze rods too. Man, that's a bummer. I was hoping this hyperbox would work, but it keeps spawning on the outside. That's very unfortunate. Okay, let me go back to the nether, get more blaze rods, and do the thing again. All right, so I guess if I do it over here, I can fly down and go kill whatever blazes. Man, that's just annoying that they can spawn underneath and stuff. It should spawn them on top. Like, that would be my my suggestion here. Let's go ahead and drink some fire resist. That way we have it. And utilize this again. Spawn them out, like out and up. That would be ideal. Hey, and at least it's raining. They get their fire put out. But yeah, look, you see, it just dumped out all those blaze rods. Every round, it's going to dump some out. But each round, they do get harder. They get more health and more armor, and they do more damage and knockback and stuff like that. Luckily, I turned off fire spread, didn't I, at the beginning of this? Yeah, because I was catching my base on fire, so I don't have to worry about fire spread. But I'll still turn them off anyway. Okay. Okay. Good. Where's he at? Okay. Hey, at least the rain is actually killing him too. Look at that. I've already gotten 2.5 stacks of blaze rods. Like, it's a ridiculous amount. Plus, remember, we're going to get a bunch at the end of this. In wave 5 after. 75 blaze rod rules, or loot rules. Granted, they are taking more damage now. But the rain helps, so... But definitely don't do this if you don't have fire resist or anything like that, because it's not going to go well for you. And last wave. Give yourself a moment to prepare mentally for the final wave, the worst wave of them all, the hardest one. Yeah, by the time I'm getting to them, they've taken so much damage from the rain, it's only a one-shot. That's great. There you go. And if I take a look at my inventory, look at all of those blaze rods that I ended up with. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's a lot of blaze rods. I'm going to take 2 stacks of these immediately, and we're going to go ahead and do the thing, because this is the whole reason that we were getting the blaze rods right now, was to be able to do this thing here. So we're going to go ahead and stick those in there. We're going to come up here, and we're going to say, oh, let me go put this fire out. Oh, a lot of fire. Geez, you'd think the rain would have put the fire out for me already, but no. We're going to go ahead and put them in there. We do have to configure this to allow the extract from here. No, the insert into this to be able to insert blaze rods. Can I drag from here? Yes. Okay, so let's do blaze rods. And again, we only want one at a time, but it's going to put the blaze rod in. It's going to fire it up, and then it's going to put the blazing crystals into the system. And that's what we are here for. I want to get 9 of those right off the bat. And see how much power we end up getting from this. It has slowed down. It has used all the power that's in our buffer and everything. So one more, and we will be able to make a block of this stuff. One more. Come on. Come on. You can do it. We're about to speed your power up here in a moment. You can make it. And good. All right, so we have a block of blazing crystals. So if we take a look at this, we are currently generating 150 RF per tick. If I go ahead and put the block of blazing crystal, we now generate 420 RF per tick. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's actually faster than the machine. Nope, actually it speeds up the extract too. So this can extract 800 RF per tick from this machine. The hardened cables can do 5,000 RF. So yeah, we're actually pretty chill. And this should be going much faster now because we're generating 5,000 RF per tick. So we should have blazing crystals popping in here fairly frequently, or at least more frequently than they were. My next goal would be to upgrade this guy to the blazing tier, which is not going to be terribly too difficult. It's going to require some thermal plates, 1, 2, and some blazing capacitors. And should be everything except for a blazing crystal, which it's coming in slowly, but it's getting there. Blazing crystal. Good. Now all I have to do is grab this guy, pop him here, and now we have a blazing. So if we take this in here, now we're generating 840 RF per tick, and all it's taking is water, by the way. The only thing that we are feeding into this is water. Now this should be going faster. Honestly, yeah, it's going actually pretty decently fast now. Every little operation is taking probably about 5-8 seconds or so. So we're getting blazing crystals, so that takes care of that. Then I'd like to get my energy cells and my ender cells before this episode wraps up. So I am going to wait for this to take place for us to get enough of these, so that way we can get that done. So that way I can work on upgrading our base a little bit and getting things taken care of. So we will be back for the final time in just a moment. All right, I think I have everything that I'm going to need to be able to make this happen. So first things first, we have our energy cell at the blazing tier, able to store 40 million RF and transfer out 40,000 RF. It's a battery, essentially. We're going to take that and we're going to combine it with an ender cell. The ender cell is what allows us to have wireless power. So we take our ender cell and we transfer that. Now notice it doesn't have any power stored or no storage capabilities, but it does have the same IO, 40,000 RF per tick. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to take it, we're going to break this up a little bit. We'll go ahead and place it here for the time being. We're going to go ahead and place our ender cell down and it should start getting power. But wait, no, it can't get power because it doesn't have any power in it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our energy cell, we're going to shift click that on in there. Now it's a battery. It can hold 40 million RF, but it also can operate machines wirelessly, which is pretty cool. So all power is being sucked into these as it's making these blaze rods or the blazing crystals for us. But if we take a look, let's go ahead and stop this. I think we have enough blazing crystals for the moment. If we take a look at these ender gates, which I made just because I knew we were going to need them. These ender gates, they're the hardened tier, and they are able to transfer 5,000 RF per tick. Blazing tier is 20. Nitro's 50, 200, and 1 million. I'm sorry, niotic tier. And then nitro is 1 million RF per tick for each of these gates. But they're wireless power. You just go ahead. I don't think you actually have to do anything with them, right? They just automatically work because it's based on which of these channels you set up here. So notice we have power being stored inside of here. And if we wanted to, we can come over here and we can get rid of this guy. So no more power is coming in from there. Right? Our wireless heat receiver should start draining power, especially if I come in here and I take my factory augment and I put it back inside of there. Notice there's no power inside of here. It doesn't have anything to process at the moment, actually. Do I have anything I can smelt? How about some more? Do I have any sand? Let's go ahead and pulverize all of this sandstone. How about that? That way we can at least show how this is working power-wise, okay? We can go ahead and get rid of this too. We don't need it. So, currently, draining power, right? No power coming into it. If I take my little ender gate and I stick it on the back here, bada bing, bada boom, all of a sudden, power is full. It is transferring power out of this ender gate. Look how Look how nifty that looks. Like it's so small, fits right in. It's just a little power button, but it's giving power to this block. Now our furnace is currently without power as well. But if I go ahead and do this, bada bing, bada boom, we have power. And we are now able to keep up with the power demands to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots of power. We can actually go ahead and even upgrade our furnace because our furnace is currently sitting at the emerald tier. And now that we have blaze rods available to us, we can actually upgrade that to the obsidian tier. All it needed was some blaze rods. So we can upgrade that to obsidian, which is going to make it even faster to process. I think it kicked out the ender gate. Nope. Okay. It's still there. Now it processes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still 6, but it processes faster. If you take a look at iron furnaces and you look at the different tiers, the obsidian furnace has a cook time of 20, whereas the emerald furnace was a cook time of 40. And your iron furnace is a 160, which is already double the speed of a normal furnace. So a normal furnace must be a 320. So now we're at a 20. Our next tier would be netherite, but we don't have netherite available to us just yet. We are getting there very soon. But yeah, look at that. We have this all processed. Glass is getting cooked up. We have power available to us. We're generating power. Hello, sir. Do you have any helmet or boots or anything for me that you would like to give me? No? Then get out of here. You too. Go away. You had to give that parting shot, didn't you? Can I get over there? Thank you. Turn off the jetpack. Anyway, so yeah, I like it. We have power available to us. We're storing power, which means we're not even using as much. 40 million RF is what's able to be held inside of our ender cell, and we could upgrade that to the next tier. No, I mean, we honestly probably have the stuff to get up to Niotic tier. That is Niotic crystals, which is going to be smelting up diamonds. So we could get up to Niotic. We could even get up to the emerald tier, TBH. It might be prudent for us to do so with our generators. Now, nitro tier, we're not going to be able to get to, I don't think. Nitro crystals require nether star, so we won't be able to get there. But we could get up to spirited tier because that's just emeralds and 1 million RF. It would take a while, but I could do this. I could work on this in between episodes now that we've seen what it is and see how much crazy power that's able to generate. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and work on upgrading these energizing rods too, so that way this process happens faster. But I think we're going to go ahead and do the thing. Now, the only problem that we have is the ender cells are not upgradable themselves. You have to craft a new ender cell each time. So if I were to craft the ender cell at the Niotic tier, we can easily do so. I just can't. I'm going to have to redo the whole craft. And since I put the energy cells in here for the blazing, I'm going to have to do this whole craft again as well to get it upgraded to spirited tier. But that can hold 400 million RF and an output of 400K. So I think that I'm going to work on that in between episodes. That'll take care of all of our power problems. And I'm curious to know how much power is one spirited thermo generator going to make. I'm thinking about 5,000 RF per tick here. And my goal is to set up more than one. Like I want to have this entire back wall here set up with those. We won't need power from anything else, most likely, if that's the case. So in between episodes, I'm going to work on making myself some more of those thermal generators. I'll get us up to that spirited tier. Because like you see, I mean, it's literally just emerald. And then the Niotic tier is just diamonds inside of there. So it's really not anything that you guys haven't seen before. So I'll get us upgraded and we'll see how much ridiculous power that we end up getting from that. With that, it's going to make us able to get so much better. Or it's going to set us up so much for being able to auto sieve. That's my next goal. I want auto sieving set up. I'm tired of having to sieve up. Before I get that, I want to get into alchemistry. I want to get ice so I can get blackstone, so I can get netherite. That's my next major goal. So netherite with alchemistry, auto sieving. That's next week's episodes. And we're going to get it done. All right. So if you enjoyed today's episode, if you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. And it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one.